guys. Some of us are dedicated and some of us say we're dedicated. You know, I can take a kayak out or get in a boat, but sometimes it's there just to go billy goating it up and down these roof routes looking for a big one. I never caught nothing on this really, so you're about to see it in action for the first time. I just got a bite, guys, way out there in the middle.
How's the fishing out here?
Ooh, shit, you scared me. Pretty good, how are you doing?
Good. Are you filming?
Yes, I am.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's alright, how are you doing? Where'd you come from? I never see anybody out here on this road.
Yeah, well, I was just parked over there and I was going to go swimming and I thought I'd check out to see if there were other swimming holes.
Here?
I don't know this area at all, so...
There's a swimming lake. Do you know where Tinkiller is?
No. Oh, yeah, Tinkiller. Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah, this is
This is the Arkansas River, right?
yes, it's a little bit more dangerous to swim in because of the undertow, because it's got a lot of current always.
Oh.
So there's whirlpools out there and stuff. So most time when people get in, it's safer to do so in shallower areas or with a life jacket.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
But yeah, there's not really any safe places or easy places to access to swim around here.
I can swim anywhere. As long as there's water.
Right.
Is this a good fishing spot?
I've caught some big ones here,
Nice.
but nothing but other than catfish.
Oh, that's all.
Where are you from?
I'm from California, but I live in Sallisaw.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How'd you find Sallisaw?
I had a friend. I knew I needed to leave California, and I was looking for a place to settle down, and there's a friend in Bunch. I don't know if you know where that is.
I do know where that is.
So I stayed with him for a little while, and then I decided I liked it here, so I'm kind of making my way. That was almost a year ago.
Are you part of the Exodus?
Oh, well, yeah, for my own reasons, for sure.
I know there's a lot of people that's leaving.
Oh my goodness, in droves.
Yeah, I mean, we had some come through. There's like a pack of like 5 cars that came through our town, and they're like, yeah, they've gone nuts over there.
Yeah, it's a prison.
Yeah, there's not pretty much. You can risk it here. You know, no one cares.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So much more freedom here.
But y'all were the 5th largest economy in the world. I mean, that's gotta.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what corrupted him.
The money, they're stealing it.
Yeah.
Same thing that's corrupted the American government. Ooh, got him! Look at that, guys. Bam Blam fishing here on 50-50 fishing. Woo! I got hooked myself. Looky there, guys.
Trout, or what is that?
He got this little smallie. Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I had an audience. Looky here, guys. Little 3/4 pound smallie right there. I never caught a fish here like this on a lure.
Make a nice little dinner.
Oh no, I'm not gonna eat any fish
You
out
put
here.
back? No, we're in the end times.
You think so too?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so like,
Look,
I rest in peace in that. I mean,
but that's crazy that you say that, because here we are, 2021. You know, I read the Bible, and they're like in Revelations it says that you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade. You know, before 2020, I was like, there's no way they can pull that off.
right.
2020 happens. It's like a vaccine mandate, vaccine passports.
Yeah.
I thought it would be money that they made where you had to have some type of not a vaccine. I never pictured it this way.
Yeah, no, they're gonna. So here's what's gonna happen.
Here, so you don't have to look into the sun.
Things are gonna get. Things are gonna get really bad in the U.S. Okay. So basically, the U.S. is the whore that lies. So in Revelation, it talks about how the beast was drunk with the blood of saints, and in this case, what saints is referring to are children, innocently murdered. So I mean, there's just like, you know, I'm thinking about
Late term abortions.
oh yeah, late term abortions and there's satanic ritual. Exactly. Yeah. There's a complete Satan cult that runs everything. So things are going to get really bad. They're kind of simulating the end times now. So all the ships are out to sea, you know, everything's backed up. There's going to be major food shortages. The economy's going to go total bomb. And it's going to get really bad, and there's going to be, you know, the whole COVID thing, virus thing, you know, it's just going to get amped up. And people are going to be desperate for a savior. So there's going to be a rescuer. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Trump. And he is going to save everybody, you know, peace and prosperity. Here's a new financial system called Nasara, and it's just like, you know, it's going to sound like music to everybody's ears. But in order to participate in that system, I don't know what it's going to be. It's either going to be on the forehead or on the arm, and
These vaccines are killing people.
oh, absolutely.
It says it's going to rot your limbs.
Yeah.
You're going to have a sore. Think about it. It's a vaccine. They put metal in people.
Oh yeah, not just metal. I mean, yeah, graphene oxide, nanoparticulates. That so they can. It's like live living parasites, like synthetic parasites that are proliferating and spreading.
Poisonous and that could be visible. You know, in those. Yes, I know. You watch Project Veritas?
I know of it.
That he didn't. He thinks that his investigated before, and they get really five and people and Johnson. And they think they're on base, but really they've got a camera. And they're like, no, don't take it. No, they blacked out all the windows in the research room.
And people got hold of the files and looked under the microscope and see what they're not.
Sure, that's a good word for it. Instead of vaccines. Because vaccines, as I know, with the disease, I've never had polio. I've never had smallpox. Never had a chance of getting it. I've shed smallpox. I have it right now. I'm shedding smallpox. They take a little bit of the virus and they give it to you. This isn't a vaccine.
No, and viruses actually, there's a whole discussion around it. Viruses are actually formed inside our body. Like,
yeah, we're replication factors for viruses.
And they're like.
Give me that.
Okay.
I can't believe you were out here. I don't even see park rangers out here.
Yeah, this is the first time I've come out this way. I thought I usually go to certain places, and I'm always wanting to explore new areas. Actually, I parked there and I was going to go swim there, but I saw you come over here, and I'm like, dude, he's going somewhere. So, right. Where's he going?
to support Trump thing.
Okay.
And it was when we got there, it was like, we don't need to be here. There's something going on.
They just nail it all.
That's good.
Yeah. In fact, that's what's the only thing I like the old gospel music. Like
Right.
I love
Yes.
the books and following along, and they do new gospel, but like can't have everything. But the power behind it, like wow, they know about praise and worship, and the Holy Spirit is just, I mean, you're like levitating. It's so just invigorating.
You know what's funny about this whole lockdown? You know how you're saying it's satanic. You know how what they did was they took away men and women's forms of communication and rally against the ways we could rally against. They took church. They said no more church immediately because that's where a lot of people would conspire.
Yeah.
And then they said
spread the virus.
Or spread the virus, which is being dissident, really, just not following, not taking orders.
Yeah.
Then they closed down barbershops and here. I mean, why would you close down barbershops so people can't go in there and talk about it and say this is a bunch of bullshit?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's power in people coming together, so they're doing everything they can to keep people apart.
They're trying to cause segregation again. There's going to be the non-vax and the vax. They're going to.
Oh yeah, that's already. The line has been drawn. My parents, it's almost like when you take the vaccine, you've been initiated into a cult, and anybody who's on the other side, like even if you're family, you are
excommunicated,
dirty. Like,
ostracized.
Yes.
It's.
Yeah.
I didn't think in 2021 they would be able to pull something off like that. You know,
isn't that amazing? No, we're so we never were advanced. It's all been a huge.
Oh, Green's law of politics is no matter what a politician is talking about, they're lying to you, and no matter what they tell you they're talking about money. Mm-hmm. There's two laws.
Oh yeah.
And somewhere along the line, now everybody trusts them with
their lives. It's amazing.
And that Fauci guy. Did you know he's the world's sexiest man?
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yes, he made the world's best. I was just like,
what? He used to be a woman too.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So did Gates. Yeah.
Look, I believe that about Gates because I used to joke with my brother and my dad all the time. Like, look, Melinda's a man.
She was too. Yeah, she was a man. Yeah. And that's the satanic thing is that they mess with God. They change the genders. And so these people have
practice body mutilation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hormonal, total manipulation of God, and they have these people from since they're infants. So they even Zuckerberg, all these people, like they were crafted for this role. Since
they all have lineage too. They all come from like Rothschild blood or King blood or
all the presidents have the same blood type.
Even Trump.
Yeah.
They all icing. It's crazy. Look. It's
yeah, well, yeah.
Why aren't anybody doing anything?
Right, they're so complacent, and that's the toxins. They're spraying the the
chemtrails, not contrails, chemtrails.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and why aren't they? I don't think they're. Look, in the '60s, they gave all of LA County the flu.
You can be so manipulated, so programmed, in such a short amount of time.
Drowning in information and starved for knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, and everybody thinks that they're so woke and, they're all...
But I'm Native American, if you can't tell.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm Native American, and I still think they're trying to kill us off. I mean, look, who was the first people candidate for any type of drug that's new? Poor people, Native Americans, minority groups.
Absolutely.
And,
but, contaminate... It wasn't diseases that killed the Native Americans. They poisoned their wells.
Yes.
Like, they put...
And killed the meat, killed the buffaloes.
Right.
I mean, it's simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they had money. Yes. Money turns everybody.
Money and brilliance. I mean, this has been so planned since America was even born. I mean,
we're a corporate experiment.
The globe, worldwide domination is their plan, and it's like a huge game of chess. And the culmination of their script is finally playing out. It's just.
I can't. That's crazy.
All the presidents have been selected since Andrew Jackson. Not a single one has been elected. And you'll even see repetition, for example...
See, I always heard Jimmy Carter. I always heard Jimmy Carter was an accident.
So, but listen to this.
But he holds lineage.
JFK, he was not shot. Okay, he was taken out of the scene. He's one of them, just as much as everybody else. He was speaking too much good. This is all part of the script. He was speaking too much good, so they had to take him out. Well, he's still a precious actor of theirs, so they reinstated him 14 years later as Jimmy Carter. They're the same guy. And like
They do look similar, don't they?
Oh, they are totally like I've watched videos where this guy took a picture of Jimmy Carter's hand and JFK's hand, and they both had this. JFK has this very unusual vein that kind of like squiggles around. Like I've never seen one like that before. And he did this like tracing thing on his art program of the vein, and then shifted it to it's the exact same hand. And when you look at their faces, they're totally the same person.
So, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And the satanic forces that are in power today are the same ones that were
Yes.
since this idea of Gnosticism is that it's really fascinating. It's a conspiracy against the Bible. So basically, they see God as this evil. So like our souls, we are divine and we belong from another planetary system. Like we're from somewhere else, but we've been trapped here in this material world, and God is the one that holds us hostage here. And we want knowledge, and God prevents us from getting knowledge. So like the story of Adam and Eve, they flip it and they say that like the serpent is the one that's trying to help Eve get knowledge. Like we deserve the knowledge. So here he's trying to help him, and then she gets punished by God. And now it's been this like quest for self, enlightenment, self, growth. And so that's been like the theme of the New Age movement,
Yeah.
And basically love, peace, unity, we're all one.
Right.
But like Jesus Christ has no place in that. And so if we talk about God or Jesus, it's like nails on a chalkboard to them, because they feel that God is just this evil.
Well, look, if I playing devil's advocate, if you didn't pray at all and you were doing something that would be questionable in any type of worship, any house, whether it's Islam, the Torah, or Christianity, and you get all these riches, you get all this wealth and all this power, and you're not religious at all, it would kind of be like, man, let's try something a little more dramatic. I can see why they would be so crazy.
I was an atheist. I mean, I was the worst. In California, I was the worst. I mean, I was all about the rules and for everybody's safety and climate. I mean, the typical, I cringed thinking about myself.
Really? You were one of those climate change people?
But oh my gosh, I believed it. I thought it was ridiculous that people thought it was a hoax. But anyway, I had this crazy health crisis, like I was telling you. Anyway, that lasted for years. And through that, I went through a very dark place, and like truth just started to come into me, and I found God. And since coming here, I've been really excited about Christianity, but I found God like much earlier than that. But I stood apart from everybody. Like I looked at everybody like, it was like a cartoon to me, and this continues to be like a cartoon to me. It's just nobody's thinking, and everybody just believes the script, and it's surreal.
It is.
I can't believe that so I know what it's like to
be blinded, to have blinders on.
Yeah. And the idea of Jesus Christ made me cringe. It was like for people that didn't understand science.
Right.
Religion. Yeah. Like those people, they're just stuck in the old world, but come on, get with the times.
Yeah. Look, that's exactly how I felt about a lot of things too, especially like governments and how they were right. When I was first graduated and 9/11 just happened, and you couldn't make me go fight for someone else right now, except for my own family. It's just like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why would I? It's like 9/11. Did that really happen? Was that something that was?
Oh, yeah.
I know those people died, but.
Oh no, not nearly as many people died as what they say. The only people that died were the people that like
weren't on the inside.
Were inhaling the smoke and had injury. Like those are the people that died. But the building had been cleared. Just like a lot of these deceptions, like the Boston Massacre, and they just create these things on TV. It's all just TV. It's entertainment.
No, I was taught my whole life to question things.
Awesome.
Which
is ridiculous.
Like how long have you been here? Like if you've been here a little while, you'll realize that, especially Eastern Oklahoma, there's not a whole lot of racism at all over here.
No.
It's nuts. And then you get to other places and people are like, and then we get free healthcare, which is government provided healthcare, and
which is poisonous.
Yes, look,
I do not go into hospitals. I don't go to the doctor. Like whatever they have to offer is the opposite of what you want.
Yes, I mean, you go there, you can get sick and die.
Oh yeah.
The only time I go there is whenever I feel like I'm dying, I'm in a lot of pain, and you've got a monopoly on the stuff that's going to take the pain away.
Yeah.
So
I just suffer through the pain. I've been through so much pain. I'm like, God, I know that you'll take care of this, and He always does. You get through it, and then the more pain you experience, or allow yourself to experience, the more joy you have afterwards.
right.
So you can just look forward to that. And it feels like when you accept the pain, like, okay, God, bring the pain on. I'm here to feel it, every single second of it, and I trust you. And it feels like you're gonna get lost in it, like I'm gonna lose myself into the pain, and it's never gonna end. But it always ends. It always heals itself.
It really does, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Pain is good.
Pain, it lets you know you're alive.
Yes, absolutely. It renews you, especially when you go into it trusting. Gosh, you come out of it just purified. I mean, it's incredible, the healing effect of it. But we're conditioned to not, I mean, both just innately, no animal likes to feel pain, but also culturally. Like, my dentist almost wouldn't even do work on me because I said I didn't want Novocaine. And he was like,
You're going to hurt really bad.
I don't want you to feel the pain. It's like, I'm
It's
no
okay.
stranger to pain. Like,
that's part of life.
Right.
Yeah, we've been socially conditioned for a lot of things.
Yes.
And, man, you know what I'm saying?
We're either born
a female or a male, yes.
You know, God was very
specific about that. Have they ever dug up a set of human bones and was like, well, that one's not either one?
That's just perfect.
That's just conditioning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, when I was in high school, a teacher would have got fired for saying something like that, for saying that a boy could be a girl or...
Yeah. Oh, so many things that used to be an abomination are completely accepted now. You know, 5th grade teachers are now coming out to their students in the classroom, and then talking about it and broadcasting it. Like, I feel so good. It's like, how incredibly inappropriate. Like, talk about your sexual orientation for a group of 5th graders. Like,
how awkward to be a 5th grader and be like,
gosh.
Yeah, that's nuts to me. And I didn't know, look, Antifa and all of this threw me for a loop just all of a sudden. But you know this is all going to be done by 2030, they say.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Klaus Schwab and all the people who's the Great Reset or whatever.
I mean, whatever, if like, we can wrap our minds around how much has changed in just since the pandemic started. I mean, that's so much time. Like,
and then go back 5 years before that.
Oh, yeah. And then talking about it and broadcasting it, like, I feel so good. How is that inappropriate? Like, talk about your sexual orientation for a group of 5th graders, like, I mean, whatever. If like, we can wrap our minds around how much has changed in just since the pandemic started. I mean, and so what they're going to do is, they've got all the 5G towers ready. They haven't turned it on yet. So when people gather in numbers, they can turn up the strength at will, and then everybody's sick. Like, nobody can breathe. I can't breathe. And it's because of the virus.
Or they can agitate you and cause riots.
Complete control. But it's not very powerful on its own, so that's why you have to do so many.
That's why you're starting to see all these little monopods. They call them the biggest standalone ones, and they got these mono pines. They dress them up like pine trees.
Oh, it's so silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so toxic. So,
everything they've given us.
Yeah. No, they are out to make us sick and weak and dumb and controlled.
But what do they get if they have control of all this? They have all the money. What's in it for them? All these people who are starting the Great Reset, I keep asking myself, they're all old. Bill Gates is my dad.
Yeah, it's not about money. They're rolling with it. It's about taking the money away from people. They want total world control. They want one ruler of the world.
And experiment.
Yeah.
But look, I keep thinking that they want one ruler too. And in my head, I'm thinking, one ruler, but Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, even the poor ones, the poor Soros, all these people, all these billionaires that have to be involved, they all have a huge ego.
Yeah.
I've got an ego, and I don't have much at all. So, like, how would they get away with one ruler? Are they going to rule
Well, they're all in it. They want, yeah, they're all of them are part of the satanic cult. They all, I mean, they're all playing their role. It's like, they've been brainwashed to do their role. Like, the ones who are really in power, we can't see. Like, they're behind the scenes. They're managing they're the puppeteers, basically. Yeah. So they're going to be requiring a real ID soon to be able to drive. And in order to have that, you have to have an up-to-date vaccine record. So we're not going to be able to drive. Probably before we can't buy and sell. Yeah, some states are ahead of others in their demise, but you know, it's all happening. We're a sinking ship. We're the whore of the beast, and they are just about done with us. It's going to be tons of bloodshed. And we just gotta call Christ our King and our Lord, because that's where we're going next, and that's where we can be truly free and happy. Oh yeah, it's gonna be, the thing is that things are gonna get so bad. That's the thing, is they want to make it a living hell, and so people are just crying for relief, like, please, we need a savior, and then Trump is gonna come in. Everybody's like, Trump's gonna come, and he is, and everyone's thinking something, but that's him. That's the whole plan. That's the plan, you know. I'm sure you're familiar with that better, all that stuff. Yeah, and that's when the real, like, and then there'll be peace and prosperity temporarily, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, everything, you know, and that's when the real hell is. It's amazing that.
Look, you know what's crazy? I used to think people were anti-vaxxers.
Oh, me too.
2020, or 2019, I'm like, what's wrong with getting vaccines? People like 2020, I'm like, stay away from vaccines.
Oh my gosh, not a single vaccine has ever been effective. It's a total deception. And I used to be the medical coordinator at a group home for at-risk teens. I was responsible for the vaccination, and I thought it was such a good thing. Like when this one kid came in from Hunters Point, San Francisco, very poor, like poverty-stricken area, and he had no vaccine. And I took him in, and I got him all of them, and I was just like, I'm, you know, protecting him from diseases, and he was never the same after that. We lost him completely, like
really?
Gone, and nobody made it. I didn't even make the connection.
That it was the vaccine.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Now I know.
What?
All those polio. Those are all diseases that have been. The only thing that causes disease is toxins. Like there's no such thing as an infectious disease. AIDS and Ebola and all these things, it's all because like people, they target the people that take drugs, you know.
The poor.
Yeah, the poor. You have this, you have to cause this, you need to take all these meds, and then they die. Same with cancer. Cancer is like the most ridiculous thing ever. Like it's something that's occurring naturally in the body to protect itself against toxins. Like these tumors are like conglomerates of these toxins, because people are eating like crap and exposing themselves to crap and leading stressful lives. And they're like, oh, you tested positive for this, you need to take this toxic medication and go through, and then they'll die. So, yeah, it's really screwed up. Rockefeller medicine stuff.
Right, and they're like so modern medicine, and like, what is civilized? It always brings back to what's civilized.
I would so much rather be a hunter-gatherer in a cave, like live 900 years like they did in the biblical times. Right. You know, we've been so corrupted. All these thriving, healthy populations have been totally corrupted. And like the vaccine program that they've introduced, I mean, all those in India, they're so deformed. Like so many people like walking with like, you know, just an arm and a leg and deformity because of what we've done to them, inoculating them with these. There's a rally in Oklahoma City that if I'm here and I haven't, there's this conflict about whether I'm going to go to California or not.
Really? Yeah, it would be a conflict.
Oh my God, I don't want to go, but at the same time, I feel like I should just say goodbye to everybody. I should say goodbye to my family and, you know, and make one last effort to help them keep alive. You know, like I really tried, gosh, like I tried. And then hightail it out of there. Right, well that's the other thing. Like what if I get stuck there? What if my truck breaks down, you know?
Yeah.
But another motivation is that I have a car there that I can sell. and get it like a few $1,000 flag, which would be really helpful. But yeah, it's I haven't gotten an answer on it, and I don't know if I'm going to. So yeah,
Really?
like I can't get my own food. Like I have to ask. You can't go to any store and get food ready. You have to have somebody else going for you if you're going to wear a mask. Like, and I can't ask anybody for anything. Like, I just can't. So I'll just go there and I'll fast the whole time. You know, like the whole thing just sounds so incredibly unpleasant.
So 1984.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Complete brave new world. You know,
Yeah.
I'm an alpha. I'm a beta. I'm so glad I'm not a delta. Deltas are so dumb and like it's all like for your safety. It's not for you. It's not for me. It's for you. Like they just like this program mantra.
Yes, like I'm sorry, but your health isn't my responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your hygiene isn't mine either.
Yeah.
It's crazy that
Yeah.
they're like putting that on other
You
people.
want to get vaccinated? Fine. I'll party. That's the thing. It's like my mom is like, you know, we really want you to come for Christmas, but you're gonna have to get vaccinated because we're all vaccinated. You know, and I'm like, well, if you're vaccinated, then you're safe, right? You're at peace. You don't have to worry. Like, well, no, because, and then she's just like, the Delta variant, like, she's just, you know, and it's, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make
Like, I'm not welcome at my family's house.
and you know what's crazy to me is never realized. Have you read the Fauci emails that were leaked?
The what?
Fauci emails that were leaked?
No.
Well, all they did was he said people aren't afraid of the flu anymore. They're not afraid of any type of flu. We have to rebrand it. It's just a flu rebrand.
Totally. Oh, totally. A flu is, we want colds and flus. That's the thing is that like, it's a natural defense mechanism. Purging toxins through our fluids, like whether vomit or diarrhea or mucus or sneezing, but even the fever is all a precious like protective system to get rid of the crap. And we've learned to villainize it, we need to attack it, it's something that came from outside of us. Like, no. Everything the body does is good.
Right?
Everything. What we do to it is bad. And so then it has to react accordingly.
Right. It's I don't see how he pulled it off, man.
I know, it's brilliant. I have to hand it to them.
I do, look. I used to tell people, because I have friends that hop on those, they always, the earth is flat, the moon's playing. I'm like, dude, you know how many people would have to be involved for the moon to be open?
Not that many.
It's not that many. A couple newspapers, the news agencies, not that many.
No, because they all believe it. Like they all, like it was filmed live,
Yeah.
and you could only, but it's only filmed from one place. So all the television people had to go there and film with their cameras what was being filmed. Like nobody else got access to the live streaming.
Right. It's just, they did it, man. They hosted.
Yeah,
They hosted a certain percentage of it.
most of us. Like I would say 95% of the world believes that we're on a spinning ball.
Right.
At least, if not like 97%. And that's pretty impressive.
I don't see how they can. People just don't really look deeper into it.
And it's this cognitive dissonance. Like anything that doesn't match with their view, they dismiss it. Like they can't. It's like they have a blind spot. It's so good. It was the first time I'd had it. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
So tender, like so rich.
Like here in Oklahoma, there's not a lot of gay people.
Well, here's the thing. There are potential gay people that if they had been born in California, they would have been gay. But there's and they're blessed to have been here and to have gone the right way, get the right influence. Because it's here's how I stand on it. I love all people. I love gay people. My uncle's gay. My good friend's gay. But it is the result of toxicity, like generational toxicity, and the foods that we eat. So I lived in the Philippines for a year. There are so many trannies there. Like it's unbelievable. And so all the men are extremely feminized, and all the women are like super like butch. And their diet is pure sugar. So like they eat tons of rice and then tons of sugar. And sugar creates insulin in the body, right? And when you have constant presence of insulin, then it interferes with the sex hormone production. So men who eat too much insulin or who eat too much sugar over time get more feminized. Their voices start to get higher. They start to get like the man boobs. They lose their hair. And yeah, and then the women start to develop facial hair. They get like male pattern baldness, and they start to get hairy legs and
It's like BPA.
yeah, all these toxins that are yeah, and women, absolutely, very hormonally disrupting. Because you can only your body can only produce like one hormone at a time. Like it can't like be managing insulin, which doesn't just process sugar, it processes anything that's difficult like that. And so it can't be dealing with that and then also sex function. So we basically lose our sexuality. So it's like it's not their fault that they're gay. You know, I don't blame them, but it is sinful. It is a product of deviating from God, basically. Well, what I find about gay people is that they have no relationship with God whatsoever. Like, I don't know anybody that has any kind of spirituality. Oh, I got escorted. I was in Muskogee, and I went into the library, and they said, you gotta leave, because you can't be in here without a mask. I said, I can't wear a mask. I said, I'm just gonna be here for a few hours. I'm at this table over here. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not around anybody. And they said, no, can't be here. And I said, well, I'm staying. And they said, well, we're going to call the cops. So then they called the cops. They came, and they were like, and we got into the whole discussion about how this has nothing to do with, I'm not breaking the law by being here. I can't wear a mask, and that would be discrimination if I.
Right.
He's like, no, well, he's like, it's actually not based on discrimination. It's based on trespassing. And I was like, how so? And he said, because they've asked you to leave. And I said, but based on what? I said, that's really dangerous territory, because you can start asking people to leave for different reasons. You know, I don't like the color of your skin. I don't.
And if they say it's not for that, it's because it's trespassing.
Right.
And how do you trespass someone who you haven't told that was trespassed at a public building?
That I'm paying for.
Well, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There used to actually be investigative journalists who would go and like actually seek the truth. Now it's just these people that get the script and they're just.
It's like Charlie Rose. They said they canceled him because of sexual harassment. I think they just had to get rid of all the real journalists.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't want anybody actually exposing truth. Every nation in the world gets the same news. We just should have that freedom.
Yes, the freedom of what I want to do. It's America.
Yeah, I didn't know that they mandated the.
They tried it for like 2 or 3 weeks here.
Uh-huh.
They tried a bunch of stuff here, but it just didn't fly.
Well, luckily, they're pretty anti-mandate. Oklahoma, I'm pretty proud. They are, even though Biden issued this sweeping mandate to vaccinate all federal employees, Oklahoma has officially said, do not comply.
Don't look.